All right, if you're tuning in, you probably just bought one of these, or you're thinking about buying the Weber Glazed Pizza Stone or the Weber Glazed Baking Stone, as they do call it on the box. I'm gonna go through this today to see if it's worth getting, because what, 169 bucks at Weber, you need to make sure you're making the right choice. So, let's do it. All right, welcome to the channel. Make sure you do subscribe before we get any further, because I've got a lot of great content coming up for you. And if you do love Webers and you do love cooking on the barbie, then you need to ring that bell and make sure you're not missing any episodes. But today, yes, we are talking about this, the Weber Glazed Baking Stone. It does bread, it does pizzas, it does cookies. I'm not sure who's doing that, but it does, and it does a whole lot of other great things too. Depending on what Weber you got, I've got the brand new Weber E335 model, which means you don't need the Weber Crafted conversion kit. It's already built into it. The older models, you'll see here on the box with the strip, that would run along here. You'd take this out, put in the conversion kit. So if you do have the older one, you can absolutely go and buy that. But in this one, we've already got the wok hole built in. So what we'll do today to set this one up is you actually grab it, flip it over, and you might see there's some lugs on it. See the lugs? That's actually going to sit like this. You flip it over and it will come up against that. So today, in we go with that. We'll grab the pizza stone. And this is what it looks like. You will see, obviously on the old back, you may have one of those old pizza stones. That's what it actually looks like, but they've glazed this one. And on the front, it does look like that, completely non-stick. Yeah, I think I like it. But we're going to try today to see if it's worth that 169 bucks and see what a pizza actually looks like on the Weber Glazed Pizza Stone. So all we need to do is chuck it straight in. Those lugs are here that I spoke about, so just push it there and that will stop it. And that's exactly where it sits. The reason these lugs are here is because that circle is here, which means you'll get that centralized heat, and this will actually sit in the exact spot that it needs to be. So they're in there for a reason. So make sure you use them. The next step's heating it. Now, you do not want too much direct heat. So today we're actually going to use a lot of indirect heat. This is a 3-burner gas LPG barbecue, the Weber Genesis. Now I will use this one on full, the left-hand side. Now the middle and the other I'll use for the indirect heat. So yes, there will be some heat, but that'll be, both of them will just be on around about half. And the purpose of that is to have a steady heat here, but with the majority of the heat coming out of the left burner, it's going to come up over, once we close the lid and preheat it, it's going to come up and be able to cook that top as well. What I did do, the first ever time I used this, is I went straight to the sear zone and just gassed it, thinking more heat would be what it needs. Couldn't have been more wrong, and it pretty much welded a pizza to the baking stone. So I won't do that twice. Today I'm going to do it properly, and that is, yeah, left and right on about half medium. And then, yeah, absolutely crank this far left one and that up to the top. We shut the lid, and now we're going to preheat this to around about 250 degrees, which is about 500 Fahrenheit. So today, we're going to sit here and we're going to wait for around about 15-20 minutes. We'll get our pizza ready, and then we'll come out, we'll check the temps, and then we'll slide it in and see how it goes. All right, it's time to cook this pizza. We're bang on 250 degrees Celsius, 500 degrees Fahrenheit. I've got a pizza. I just grabbed one of those Coles sort of fancy gourmet ones, so nothing too crazy. It is room temp. I did want that, nothing freezing cold, so we can kind of get an even base and an even cook and see how it goes. This is kind of pre-powdered as well, so you won't really need to do anything else to that. If you do have actual pizza dough, you can put some stuff down to make it easier to slide off the board pretty much, not so much for the actual pizza stone. But let's have a look. It's absolutely cooking in here. So for us today, there we go. We're cooking. One tip that I did see is in the first like minute and a half, just give it a bit of a spin, just 360 degrees, 180 degrees, around a circle, just to make sure it isn't completely sticking to that board. Just in case it did, that'll save your pizza. As someone who's welded one to it, trust me, that's a hot tip. Now that's in, we're gonna wait 8 to 10 minutes, and with a bit of luck, that pizza stone is gonna do the job for us, and we're gonna have an amazing pizza. Now we're about a minute in. I don't wanna lose too much temperature in here, so I am gonna do it quick, but I'm gonna just slightly lift that up and just make sure. No, there's not really any stick there, but I'll just make sure, and it actually Looks awesome, so this is going to be good. Bang on 8 minutes in. I've had a sneak peek, but it's time to show you. This thing is looking pretty damn good, let me tell you. All right, that's it. We're 10 minutes in. This thing looks phenomenal. It's time to get it off and see. As you can see, 0 stick. That's actually pretty impressive, honestly. That first one I did was horrendous. But that is lifting off quite easily. So that was my fault, the first one. If you do it right, weirdly enough, it actually still works. But I will lift that off. I might actually get a proper pizza thing one day, but I just got this big ass one from Weber. What I didn't know, because I upgraded from the Weber 2000, when I use the normal tongs, putting them over here just singes your hands. So you do actually have to get the bigger ones. They feel a little bit weird at first because you are quite far away, but trust me, the hairs on your knuckles will thank you for it. Well, here it is. One perfectly cooked pizza on the Weber Crafted Pizza Stone, on the baking stone. Absolutely cooked to perfection underneath, as you can see, all around. I'm not going to taste test it because that tomato sauce will be like hot lava, but it's done, works well. The other kicker, just for you to know before I do go, is to let this cool down together with the barbecue. So just shut this hood, let it go down, you won't get any cracks in the ceramic. That's the probably the #1 tip. Heat it up and cool it down in the barbecue from cold to cold. So yeah, if you did like this video, make sure you subscribe. Got a lot of content coming out, a lot of cool things planned for you. It is a new channel, so your support by subscribing does go a long way, but I'm gonna go and have pizza.